You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we are back with you after a couple of weeks. Not off, we were releasing episodes, but we weren't actually physically together at any point. How was your time?
It was awful.
It was
I
awful.
cried a lot. That blow up U was destroyed real fast, and I had nothing.
Such an unrealistically large penis, too.
I know.
It was, it really makes me shudder.
And it had the exact face of you on the penis.
Yes, it's everywhere. It's literally just like it was printed in a pattern of my face. So
The thing is, I just got in out too. When it popped, I was like, "Little Joe, no!"
Oh no!
I was like, "Little Joe,"
Which is
who's
exactly
not
what
that
you do
little.
to me. Which is what you did to me when I popped.
Exactly. It's kind of like an ironic name, like Tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Joe is a beast.
You love it.
I did.
I love it. And mine feels, even though it's sticking straight up, it's just feels completely deflated at all times. But we might as well start right off. You said your time was awful, so we're going to start our new little thing because Todd's going to be kind of back and forth from his job at sea, and he is going to bring us one of his Tales from the Sea.
Sea. Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Is that the thing that's going to bring us into the Tales to the Sea?
Might as well.
I love it. All right, get ready for a tale of the sea, Billy.
Let's hear it.
This is the kind of tale that'll put hair on your balls and then take it right off again. Are you ready to live?
I'm just preparing my balls.
To be sharn. Bye. Okay, so I had to go to sea recently, and I'm now a ferry seaman. And
Yeah,
let me
which is
tell
what
you,
I've always been
I
calling
know,
you.
what, my God, it's my true calling. So we're on the boat, and things are going swimmingly. Huh? Come on now.
Well, you're on
and
a boat.
then, there was no swimming involved.
Okay.
It didn't really make any sense. Really.
Floatingly.
Things are
Yeah.
going floatingly. And, the days are going okay. They get long, lonely. I got no Joe there, and so for a couple days we could see something out in the water, something we didn't know, but it was big.
Yeah.
And we were like, it's not coming close enough to see it. It's not registering on the radar.
Okay.
And we're like, we don't know what's going on. But I'm getting this feeling maybe we're being stalked, sea stalked.
Okay.
Maybe they're pirates, maybe they're buccaneers, maybe they're Somali. Who knows? Right? So eventually we're sleeping and the alarm goes off. And I'm like, oh, dear Jesus, what is happening? I run upstairs and an old pirate boat has smashed in alongside of us. And I can only describe them as Amazonians. And the largest women I've ever seen are overtaking our boat.
Okay.
And they are gorgeous and they are terrifying. They take us captive. Okay. Constant rapes. I mean, just brutal.
Are we talking?
Remember in the movie with Denzel Washington and John Lithgow? And he's
Harry and
tied to
Anderson.
exactly.
That's why.
What was that called? Ricochet? Anyways.
Yeah.
So essentially we're taken to the snoo snoo where we are rocked to our very core.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, boys, they've had our way with us for the umpteenth time. These women are savages.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know where they came from. And we're like, we have to plan an escape. Like, we've got to get out of here. We've got to do something. Sink the boat. Get the hell out of here. Okay, so I believe she's the leader.
Okay.
She had diamonds encrusted into her nipples.
Ew.
Yeah.
All right.
Sort of like an American stripper. They were just crushed right in there. Yeah. And when she came in, I kicked her as hard as I could right in the face. Yeah. Okay, but I had a jackknife behind me, which I attempted to throw to my comrade. It bounced off of him and landed on the floor. Okay, so I picked it up. Okay? And I had it in between my toes. So when I kicked her in the face, it cut her. And it cut her face wide open. And she wasn't an Amazonian woman at all. She was a skeleton. Okay?
Aztec gold curse.
A skeleton wrapped in Amazonian woman skin and breast meat.
This just got hotter.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so then I had my way with it.
Here you go.
And then we had to have a stop motion skeleton sword fight. As once they were discovered, they were like, fuck it.
Yeah.
They took all their skin off.
Yeah.
And they were just big skeletons.
All right. Now, I don't want to take you too far out of the story, but when you said skeleton sword fight, I still had a feeling that you were just smacking dicks together.
Well, that's what we call sword fighting at sea.
Yeah.
We call it the old skeleton sword fight.
Hey, old Mick, you want to go swashbuckle with me?
This is serious business.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Come on. And so we had a sword fight, and our boat was fucked, so we just jumped onto theirs. And so now when you take the Peely Island to Leamington Ferry, it's skeletons.
All skeletons.
Yeah. Very nice, though. Apparently they're doing a great job. Way better than us.
Sweet.
And we fucked off on their pirate boat.
Yeah.
And now they have a contract, so we have to fulfill that. So we have places to rape and pillage and
Nice.
Oh, it's a mess.
Next week's going to be great for you.
Oh, my Lord. I'm like, whoa. It's a lot of work.
Can't be bothered. Well, I'm going to tell you, you think you had a crazy week. Now you're going to listen to mine. Now, unlike Todd's, mine is only 90% true because I'm going to up it a little bit to make it more exciting.
Up the ante.
So, my daughter's soccer game was on Tuesday, and we had to rush to get there, and my wife was running late. And so I got the kids ready to go. Abby's ready for soccer. She's got her shin pads on. She's got her long socks on that are tucked in over the shin pads, all those great stuff. And I get there, and then there's a little bit of thunder, and they call the game. And
Oh, no.
and then I'm like, oh, well, I'll go say hi to the people who came anyways and just let them know, thanks for coming. But yeah, the game's been called. So I went to get out. And then it started raining. So we got back in the van, and I didn't get to talk to any of the people, and we went home instead.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. It was pretty bad.
Oh, my God. How did you even make it through that?
Well, I'm seeing a couple of different doctors right now.
You should be.
One to deal with my new issue with the rain, and one to deal with my new issue with shin pads. You need different, you need different specialties.
Therapists. Yeah, there's a knee pad therapist specialist.
And I have to go different days. If you go see them back to back, then you're basically canceling yourself out. So that's what I've been up to while
That sounds
Todd's been
awful. I thought I had a bad time.
It was
Jesus.
I am.
You gonna be all right?
No,
You power through?
I'm gonna try. All right. But anyways,
You're a warrior. You're like a hero to all of us.
yeah. So anyways, now that we've basically proven our worth
To the universe.
if this is your first time listening to us coming into season 3, the next thing we usually do is talk a bunch of bullshit and forget to tell you what the movie is. So now that we've now that we've spoken our truths,
Right, exactly.
now
It's time to talk bullshit.
Now we're going to talk some bullshit. We want to talk about the only real big piece of news, anyways, from this past week, or the past little bit, is Danny Boyle has exited the latest Bond film.
Flism?
It's a flism.
Yeah.
Citing creative differences. And right away, when I was talking to Todd about that, the first thing we end up doing is just thinking, oh God, like what could the creative differences possibly have been? And so my obvious thought was that he wanted Lust for Life to be the theme song for the Bond movie.
Yep.
Todd had something. What was he? Bond is a junkie in this one.
Yeah, he's a junkie. He's he's a badass. He was a badass now at the beginning anyways, but he's a junkie punker.
Mm-hmm. A punky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no espionage.
No.
None at all.
He works at a record store.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. And he deals with his angst through flipping through records at the store.
He's a fucking journo. Yeah. That's a line from Green Street Hooligans, which is a great movie if you haven't seen it. But it's the only movie I've seen the movie a few times and I enjoy it every time. It's Elijah Wood and I can't remember his name all of a sudden from Sons of Anarchy and Blonde Boy.
Ron Perlman.
No, that's not the one. The young guy.
Peggy Bundy,
yeah. So it was Peggy Bundy and Elijah
so
Wood.
Katie Sagal.
No, it's the young guy. I can't fucking remember his name.
Fuck him.
He's a good actor and I do enjoy him.
No, I know. Say his name because every time you say a name, like it goes out there and they might be like bing, bing. Bing.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna give him the bump. He needed
to say
David Alan Grier.
There you go.
There's one. It was probably David Alan Grier. But
I saw him on The View. He was great.
I loved him.
I think, or it was The Talk.
Was it maybe the Chew?
Could have been the Chew.
Was it the voice?
He was a contestant in The Voice. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. He did great.
Could have been the Holocaust. But
there should be, there's like The Voice, the Chew, the Jew. Oi!
Oh.
What are you doing here today? About a pastrami sandwich.
I told him if you're going to get the soup, you got to get the matzo ball soup.
He said he didn't want. He said he felt like a sandwich.
Why could he possibly not want the sandwich?
I don't know. That's what I said to him.
I was trying, as I was starting to do the voice, I was like, there's got to be an impression somewhere in there I could attempt. And instead, just like,
Was that
I was
his
like,
mom? Was that George's mom?
I was thinking about it, but then I wasn't. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Into some,
It just turned into something in the middle.
Answer me these questions 3.
I think if you mix all of the grandmothers' voices from all of the sitcoms, so you get like Doris Roberts from Everybody Loves Raymond,
Yep.
and you get George's mom, and you get
What's her name for the Beverly Hillbillies?
and you get
Grandmama.
and Roseanne's mom from Roseanne. All those people. If you mix them all together, that's the voice you get.
That's what I hear when anybody's grandmother speaks to me.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like the way Charlie Brown only hears wah, wah,
Yep,
wah, wah.
exactly.
We just hear like anybody older than like 62. Just
It's just like a capping murder or a pterodactyl screeching into a kill.
both things are
Yeah.
great. It's my favorite way to screw with my son right now. Every time we see dinosaurs, I'm like, you know what a dinosaur says? He goes, roar. I'm like, no. Meow. He's like, they don't say meow.
You're messing with them.
Oh, I love it.
That's
so
probably
much.
going to mess them
They
up pretty
can't-
bad in life.
They can't prove it. They have now proof that dinosaurs did for sure have feathers,
Meow?
and then people are still
Oh.
like drawing them with scales and shit.
Nobody wants to see them with feathers.
I
Come
know.
on.
I know.
So they did morph into birds, just
Yeah.
like Jurassic Park said.
Yeah, that was
sweet.
Well, that wasn't their theory. They took that that theory from somebody else. But
no, wait, Buddy made it up on the spot.
yeah,
It was a
yeah,
character choice.
That was
He
an
dead
improv
right.
line.
What's his name? He's like,
Sam Neill?
Rip your gut. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, that's the one.
The Omen dude.
Liberate tuta me. That's from Event Horizon. If anybody gives a fuck.
If anybody gives a shit.
But yeah, see, we told you tons of bullshit before we tell you what movie's coming up. But we might as
and
well.
all this bullshit has nothing to do with the movie either.
No, haven't even come close yet. I was kind of hoping for something that would segue us into it, but no luck.
As good as any.
The movie that we are going to do, very underrated movie.
Yeah,
in
I
my
agree.
mind.
I agree.
Good cast. It's again not a cast of superstars, but a cast of a bunch of people you know and you respect, or not maybe personally.
Yeah, you had it playing
Because
before.
I certainly, yeah, but
As I came in, just the beginning part. So I just saw the credits and I was like, "Whoa,
yeah.
Heavy Hitters Club."
No, you're thinking about the movie we're recording tonight, not the movie we're playing next week.
Yep,
Yeah, that's the one. No,
it
but
still flies. with
but
this
also
one.
everything I just said still applies. Yeah, we are doing the
Fuck,
1992.
it was the new one, eh? Fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever. This isn't a cartoon movie starring robots.
Spoiler alert for several weeks.
That could
from
be
now.
anything.
That could be anything, and that is actually true.
True.
We'll go
See,
over
think
that.
about that now.
We'll go over that, but it's probably very obvious to anybody who's ever known anything about anything. But we are going to do the 1992 James Woods movie, or according to this trailer, the Bruce Dern movie.
Yes. Yep.
Diggstown.
Diggstown.
Let us take a listen to the trailer.
You know the difference between a hustler and a good con man? Hustler has to get out of town as quick as he can. But a good con man, he doesn't have to leave till he wants to.
Hi.
Even.
Two things we never joke about here in Diggstown, Mr. Kane. Our boxing and our betting.
I never heard of no Honey Roy Palmer.
Could take on any 10 of you in a day.
Nobody can take 10 men.
Any 10, any day.
I'd bet 1,000 on it.
But would you bet $2,000 on it?
I got $10,000 against your 1,000.
How's about your $100,000 against my 10,000?
You're not serious.
Roy's in, right? I mean,
I haven't asked him yet.
I know you're here to try and pitch me on something, but I'm off the con, man. I'm out complete. Forever. Huh?
All right.
What do you mean, all right?
I mean, if you're not interested, you're not interested.
Pick me up at 8.
How old is this boy?
48.
10 men in 24 hours? He ain't gonna last 10 seconds.
Now, you fighters, you do exactly what I say, you make $1,000.
Emily, I need your help. Kind of information that can get you killed.
Dear Lord, give us the strength to tear this man limb to limb.
Mr. Bank Records, Keanu owns the whole town.
What's up with these busbeats?
We're thinking of upping our side bet to an even $250,000.
You!
Ouch. You getting old on me? You go 15 rounds. You're wheezing like an old goat.
I don't know what's worse, fighting him or listening to your mouth.
You want to bet? Let's bet. $1.5 million, or I forfeit and you can kill me right now.
Come on, boy, get up. It ain't over with yet.
Okay, look. He's bigger than you are. He's tougher. He's faster. He's younger than you are. He hasn't fought 22 rounds today, but you remember this. You are black.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to inspire you. You know, it's a roots kind of thing.
He seems awful mad. Did you tell him he was black?
All right, so that's the one, man. That's our choice for the beginning of the season. I like to do these ones where, like, we did No Holds Barred at the beginning of the last season and stuff like that. It's these little ones where if you missed it, you kind of regret it, and so don't miss it. Watch
Do
it
not.
with us
This
now.
is a very good one.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So join us for it. Okay?
There's no don't. Just do it.
Yeah, just fucking do it.
You'd be there anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking destroy you if you don't.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know where you live.
Lots of threats.
Even the people that aren't listening, I know where you live.
Yeah, exactly. It's everybody's obviously listening, so if you just go to anybody's house, you're right.
I don't know who's ripping us off, but clearly we
Yeah.
should be millionaires by now.
Fuck.
I'm all right with it. I do it for the art.
I forgot to advertise. Son of a bitch. Bad
This
business.
hasn't been going out anywhere. We're literally just speaking to ourselves right now.
Yeah, I don't know how the internet works, so it's literally just sending from this to my tablet and back, and that's it.
I couldn't even do that.
It's literally
I couldn't even send it to that.
Well, I could, because I'm a fucking genius.
Yeah.
I'm Emilio Estevez in the first Mission Impossible. And don't worry that he died 5 minutes in. Just know that I'm good.
I'm Emilio Estevez from Free Jack.
Nice. I'm Emilio Estevez from the Mighty Ducks 2.
I'm Emilio Estevez from Mighty Ducks 3.
Oh, that's not a good one. He's not in very much of it.
Oh shit, he might not even be in
They
it.
like
Just
totally
took a wild guess.
They like hand that movie off. They're like, okay, guys, I can't be your coach. Why? Well, he's like, because this has to have some semblance of reality, and I don't just continue to coach wherever you guys go play hockey.
Yeah, it's
like if you make the NHL, I'm all of a sudden I went from Little League to the NHL.
Yeah, now I'm your coach. They're a package deal.
So it reminded me a little bit of Karate Kid 3, where a different person's coaching him, and he's meaner, and then they're like, we need you back. And they're like, no, too late. I'm a lawyer. Blah. It's just like, I don't... That's just it. I haven't seen Mighty Ducks
3.
I know very little.
Like, what's her name in it?
They went to like
4?
Oh,
part 4?
Karate Kid.
Hilary Swank.
That was the next Karate Kid, which would technically be part 4. Yeah,
didn't go too far with that one.
No, Karate Kid 3 was he did. He wanted to fight in the tournament again, so like only a year has passed since the first one, and the tournament's back up, and they've got a new rule where he can all he has to do is defend his title. He doesn't have to fight in the entire tournament. He's like, I thought it'd be good if I went and defended my title and stuff like that. And Mr. Miyagi's like, no, you don't need to. You've already proved everything you wanted to prove.
And then they just sit there and watch old sitcoms.
You got it.
He's
like, damn it, Wheezy. I know George never said damn it.
You want to wash my car or clean my patio? Fuck off, Mr. Miyagi.
I already know how to do those karate
exactly.
moves, you fucking Asian.
Trick me into washing your fucking tub again, you fucking asshole.
He's all like really racist now and stuff like that.
Well, you'll get that way.
He's just
You've been duped over and over again by some old Asian guy to like be naked in your yard. Why don't you take your shirt off and they clean the patio again? Huh? Yeah, Daniel,
Why don't you stand so your crotch is at my face level in my boat? That's a thing that happens.
Again.
Think about it. But
think about it. That's all I think about.
I'm pretty sure that's what Cobra Kai is all about. It's just like he's like, you know what? I'm gonna join the Cobra Kai because I'm pretty sure he just fucking molested me.
What happened with that show?
It
was out.
It
right?
happened. Yeah, it's on It's on YouTube Red, and I don't have.
There should be a new Karate Kid where Danielson has to come back.
Yeah,
and he has to fight Hilary Swank.
Nice. The intergender championship of the world.
Exactly. Yep.
Nice.
Who wins? Maybe they work to a tie.
new women's champion Ronda Rousey.
Yep. She'd waste fucking. Who would win in a real fight, Ralph Macchio or Hilary Swank?
Real fight? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna actually say Hilary Swank.
I would. That's exactly who I was gonna say.
She's a little bit younger. She's actually trained multiple times
Boxing
for fighting and
yep.
stuff like that. And she's got her Boys Don't Cry rape rage ready to go rock and roll.
Yep, and her boobs are already taped down, ready to rock.
And really, all Ralph Macchio's career has been kicking him while he was down. Yeah. He's like, stay gold, pony boy. Like he gets
stay golden, pony boy.
He gets the shit kicked out of him until he accidentally murders a dude, and then he gets burned to death. That's the outsider. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert on that 35-year-old movie.
Somebody listening to this podcast was just like, after I listened to the miscast commentary, I'm gonna check out
some outsiders.
Check out the outsiders. Now, well, fuck it. The way to go.
So I'm gonna start working my way in a random timeline through the Francis Ford Coppola.
Starting with Outsiders,
and ending with Dracula. And what's actually funny now, speaking of that, there was news apparently that Winona Ryder said in an interview that she may possibly be married, but they don't actually know.
Yeah, 100%. They don't know whether they may be married in Croatia or something.
Yeah, Winona Ryder, wherever they shot. It was Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves may have legally gotten married by accident.
Yeah.
So they're trying to work that out, I think.
We accidentally got married 3 times.
Oh, constantly. I'm constantly accidentally getting married to him. And what's really hard is you have to sign a lot of paperwork to get accidentally married.
Yeah.
So we accidentally went down to City Hall.
I signed 55 forms. Yeah, how'd that happen?
Accidentally changed my last name and my address on my driver's license.
We should totally get married, then divorce the next day. Yeah. Just so every time we see each other, we go, oh, fuck, there's my ex-husband.
I would have.
You know what I mean?
If it was this timeline, but I wasn't married, I would happily do that. We would be going to do that when this was done.
So sweet. Just literally, so you're with a girl, you're like, oh, fuck. And they'll be like, what's wrong, baby? There's my ex-husband. You never fucking told me about your ex-husband. What the hell? You're
you
gay?
You and I would be on a plane to Vegas tonight.
Oh my God, Elvis.
Oh yeah. No, there's so many. I want to get married by an Area 51 alien or some shit like that.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Can you do that?
There are a comical amount of options.
That's wicked.
Of the ways to get married. Actually, it makes me want to look
Area 51 alien.
We're gonna look it up. All right. So that's typical. You got your Elvis weddings.
Elvis.
You got the drive-through. The Kiss wedding.
The fuck is that? Oh, Kiss, Gene Simmons.
Yes. Your wedding excuse to shout it out loud. There's a wedding at Denny's.
Weddings at Denny's.
I didn't not bring that up to Carrie as an option.
Doesn't it? Can you get does it come with breakfast?
Yeah, I believe it does. Which is probably a cheaper option than just getting the Grand Slam.
It should be. You should be getting married in the buffet.
Yeah. No, I'll give them credit. Actually, the Denny's was I did eat there on my second last day there for breakfast, and it was not that expensive, all things considered.
Oh wow.
Eiffel Tower weddings, mobile weddings. This is actually what I did, and I got married in front of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. This is the actual company that I did it with.
Right on.
Yeah, and Elvis just happened to be there. And then he ended up taking pictures.
He just happened to show up.
Well, because he shows up there and says, "Hey, why don't you pay me money to take a picture? With me?" Las Vegas. This was
underwater.
Yeah, this was the other one I wanted to do. I wanted to do the wedding in the Neon Boneyard.
Neon Boneyard.
So that's all the old school, the Golden Nugget kind of casino, those ones. All the Golden Nuggets still exist, but those really old casinos. All of their signs are in this giant
graveyard, sign graveyard.
Yeah, it is essentially, but they can light it up and stuff, and you can actually do it at night.
Cool. That sounds really cool.
It is really cool, but it was actually more expensive to go look at than you wanted it to be.
High roller, no fucking way. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you guys getting married on some ride.
Yeah, the New York roller coaster you can get married on. There's the underwater one.
Oh, there's mermaids there.
Oh, of course there's mermaids. So you're underwater.
And that one's pumping shit out of the sludge tank there. Somebody's got it.
This is the mob museum you can get married at. I looked that one up too. I looked up so many options. The gun store.
The gun. Look at go back up. Look at the buddy's looking at it. It's I can't believe I'm marrying you.
Yeah. No, I think.
What are you doing here?
I think he's now that I'm married, I just want to point this at her face.
Oh, he has that Ozzy Osbourne. Who is that?
I think
Is that supposed to be? Who the fuck is that supposed to be?
He's raiding the... I have no idea. Let's go ahead and assume he's supposed to be... I think he's supposed to be...
Where's the aliens and stuff?
I don't know. There are crazy ones. You got to go real digging, which we don't have time. Oh, a wedding at the... I did this.
What is this? Zip line wedding?
This is the Slotzilla zip line, yeah. All right, anyways, so that was enough of that. But anyways, there's so many ways for us to get married had I not already been married.
What do you think the percentage of marriages that last when you've gone zip lining for your nuptials?
I don't know the mortality rate of the average zip line, so that needs to be taken into account.
Right.
Because you might say I do and then smash into a tree, George of the Jungle style. So
technically you didn't, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you do.
Somebody do the math on that for us. Yeah, we need a clicker.
Do those ones get
somebody clicking around an old typewriter?
Yeah.
Hey, tell me what's up over there.
What's your favorite way? What is your favorite way to get married in Vegas? Send us on Twitter. You send it to us on Twitter or email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com.
Even make it up.
And we'll talk about it on the next mini episode.
I'll probably enjoy it more if you made it up and said it was real.
I'm actually on board for that. If you want to just totally bullshit, you go ahead and do that. All right, well, I think that's it for this one. I don't really have anything else to fucking talk about. I know usually that's the 12-minute countdown for us, but...
The 12-minute countdown,
it's
for real.
It's like when you go to a party and they're like, oh, I just got to say goodbye to everybody, and then you realize you have to say goodbye to literally everybody.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're like, oh, okay, yeah, bye. And then you have to talk to the person who was standing right next to them because you couldn't do a group goodbye.
Yep.
And then you get out and you're like, whoa, it was daytime when I started saying goodbye.
Now you might as well go back in and keep partying.
Yeah. Yeah, I already missed my surgery, so I might as well go back.
I like to just do the slip away, the silent slip away, and then it was like, hey, he's gone.
Where did he go?
Because then you get stuck, I saw him. He disappeared before my very eyes. I was like, shut up. He did. Shut the fuck up over there.
I do the Batman goodbye, where you're sitting there and you're like, oh man, look at that guy over on the dance floor. And then when they go to look back and talk to you, you're already gone.
Whoa.
Unless you slipped on said dance floor. And you just like,
oh, sorry. I just had to tilt my head downwards a bit. You're there.
Yeah.
And your femur's jutting out of your leg.
And you're just like scooching because you're still trying to keep the mystery
Still
up.
pretty. Yeah, just trying.
I just want somebody to say, like in the cliche thing in the movies, I hate it when he does that or something
I had to drive a golf cart.
Nice.
At my last gig there.
That's a very weird sentence. I had to drive a golf cart.
Okay, like I had, and I was like forced to.
Yeah.
I crashed it literally multiple times because it's not like power steering where the wheel comes back.
Mm-hmm.
So like you make a big turn, you got to turn the wheel all the way around again. And I kept like, and suddenly I'm just 90-degree angle the next way, and I'm in front of the whole boat. And I press, the go button on this, the go pedal, and it goes forward. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to smash into the thing that you put the rope on. So for some reason, I'm like, I don't want to scuff the side of the cart. So I put my foot out and I squish my foot in between the cart and the bit. And everyone's watching me. And I'm like, for a moment, I'm like, I think I broke my foot.
Oh no.
And I can't, they've already seen me crash the thing.
Yeah.
So then I just manned up.
Yes.
And I was like, I bit my lip and I reversed and I was like, oh, my foot's killing me. And I was just like, wave at everybody, wave. I do. And I was like, oh my God. And then when I pulled around the corner, I was like, dear God. Sort of the same thing as your femur story on the dance floor.
Yeah, except mine never happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were like, oh my God, what the hell? And they were laughing. And I was like, I almost broke my foot.
I should have been embarrassed at the one thing that happened to me, but it didn't. I didn't get embarrassed.
I think we should be embarrassed about a lot of stuff.
No, I'm talking about like this other thing that happened to me but I don't think anybody actually saw it, even though I was like in the middle of public. So very similar to the way when Sid broke his leg and an entire arena full of people weren't paying attention.
Nobody knew. No. 20 minutes later, somebody looked over and was like, hey, the match is done?
Nobody looked up from their phones. And this is the day and this predated smartphones. They were just literally staring at like 9 numbers.
Yeah,
just like will be the physical phone in
buttons.
Their hand. Yeah. No, there was like the old Fido phone and shit like that. The old Nokia.
There should be something here.
But yeah,
right here.
Like a computer. Something that I could watch this on so I didn't have to look up.
Yeah. And could fast forward.
Yeah, exactly. And show my dick to people often. So often. No, but what happened to me, we were at it's famous up here anyways, a burger joint a little up north when we were coming back from camping. Nightmare camping, by the way. Oh yeah, this episode's going long now. I'm gonna tell you
totally.
I'm gonna bring us back.
Talk about your camping.
I'm gonna bring you back to the camping story. But
Debauchery.
we were on vacation while we as the best of episodes were out and stuff like that, and we took the kids camping at a place called Sybil Point in not northern
Sybil Shepherd Point.
That's the one. She fucked us hard, but she's like, oh, I think that's how it was. That's how she sounded.
I think that's how it was.
That's how That's how she sounded at the Bruce Willis roast. So
she didn't even say words. She just made guttural throat sounds.
Oh, I fucked everybody. That's what she says. That's how it goes.
Exactly, yeah.
But no, anyways.
That could have been taken directly from the thing there.
That was a direct clip.
Yeah.
So we got permission from Comedy Central, the whole deal. But no, we were up there and weather was calling to be a little rainy the first couple days and then really nice, and then it changed and it was going to be just the first night it's going to be kind of rainy. Okay, then we get up there and it's thunderstorm warnings and we're like, ugh, and it was raining but it wasn't bad.
How far is Sybil Point? Like, where is it?
It's in another city. I don't know.
How far drive?
It was about 2 hours.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's apparently a very Canadian thing that we talk distance and time.
In time, it took to drive
it's
there.
Not like because we have to drive around this giant lake. So if you actually look it up and see how far away it is, it says for example, Toronto from here is 50 kilometers, but we have to drive around Lake Ontario, one of the Great Lakes, so it's actually more like 120 kilometers.
Right.
So it's like that kind of thing. So everything takes a bit longer.
Pretty soon there'd be so much shit floating in there, you just drive across.
Yeah, just hop across on it like you're in a fucking Mario game. But anyway, so yeah, there was a lightning storm the first night, so we had to scoop the kids out of the tent and get them into the van, and we all slept in the van. And by we all slept in the van,
he literally means scoop. You know, like that scoop when you pick up the wiffle ball.
That's precisely the one. I would actually pay money for that to be a thing for especially with.
She just opens the van and you give one flick of the wrist and boom, they're in there.
Didn't friggin' wake up, so it's just all dead weight you're picking up. So yes, the wiffle ball scoop is exactly what I was looking for. But yeah, so they're fast asleep in the van. Carrie's asleep in the van. I'm wide awake, sitting up because I don't sleep sitting up.
Yeah, I can't either. Like bus rides and shit, people pass out. I'm like, how are you doing this?
I have done it, but it's like
you got to be exhausted.
Well, you have to be really tired.
And you sleep for 45 minutes, then you wake up again all warm and gross,
and not just suddenly woken up by a lightning storm
or like a big.
So that happened, and then the second day was great, and then overnight it started raining again, and our tent leaked like friggin' crazy through the bottom and the top. So my son was getting wet, so we laid out his. He had a sleeping bag, and they're weatherproof on the one side, so we laid that one out to keep him from getting wet, and then just had another blanket and put that over top of him. But then another spot leaked, and then his whole blanket wicked up, and he was under a wet blanket when he woke up the next morning.
Nice.
And then my blanket was all wet on the one side because there was a leak on my side as well, and we're like, crap. And it was still pouring rain, and we're like, well, let's go find a place to eat, and we'll just go and we'll discuss our options for the day and all that. And it's like, okay, we're going to get some more stuff to help, shore up the tent and make sure that it doesn't leak anymore and all that stuff. I was like, if we have to drive into town and just use a laundromat and dry off our stuff, so be it. Okay, cool.
You're just standing there in your underwear in the laundromat.
Yeah,
just like all the other families.
We were fine for clothes, but we just needed to dry off the blankets and that shit. And then we start looking at the forecast, and it's like, oh, starting just before supper today. It had just stopped raining. And they're like, just before supper today, it's going to rain all night, and then all the way till just after supper tomorrow. It's like, oh, okay, so we can't cook our next 3 meals.
Nice.
And we're literally just going to be sitting in a tent that's leaking. So we decided, 2 days in, to just cut our losses and go. And so just to have something good to come out of it, we decided to go to this burger place called Weber's. Who, if anybody who knows it,
I was so jealous when you said you went to Weber's.
Todd, well, I never even told you I went to Weber's. I said I'm sitting at a place that sells efficient burgers and that you can eat in a train in a decommissioned train car.
I knew I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I was like, I gotta taste burgers. And then you sent that
My
message.
tongue is charbroiled. That was what was happening.
Like the Corsican brothers.
Well, sometimes Todd's tongue just falls out of his mouth when he's thinking, and he was near a barbecue at the time.
Exactly.
So he was right. He was tasting burgers. But I love the Corsican brothers reference, though, by the way. I was thinking about the Corsican brothers the other day. Maybe this is the whole thing. It's more Corsican brothers shit. But
what about the shirt?
Oh, dude. Todd is wearing a shirt. We'll take a picture of it for the for Instagram. But he's wearing a shirt right now that legitimately I almost bought him. Because I saw it and I thought it was really funny. And I was like, Todd would look hilarious in this shirt. I think he would really dig. I can't remember. It was a slightly, like I said, it was a different picture, but it was a different picture. It had the same text. But it's just a picture of the Golden Girls that says Squad.
I got it for $7 at Walmart in the States.
Nice. Oh, I think it was Target that I saw.
Target.
Yeah, I think it may have been Target that I saw that.
Yeah.
But I have also seen a similar one on one of like the
Walmart
t-shirt
in the States
websites.
actually has some pretty good t-shirts for $7.
Yeah,
They literally had all of them were gone except for the Golden Girl ones, and I was like, "Is nobody getting this but me?" I was like, "Good."
Nobody understands.
Exactly. Then nobody, and they were in the men's section because I'm not allowed in the women's.
I get compliments on my t-shirts all the time because I go shop places that nobody else shops.
That's what I like to do.
So,
and if I buy a t-shirt, say I buy a t-shirt in Toronto, I don't wear it in Toronto.
Yeah.
I wear it everywhere else because you'll see, you got it at Hot Topic or wherever.
I was wearing my Blue Banana Stand t-shirt for the longest time, and then this summer I was wearing it and then realized I could see my own chest hair through the shirt. I'm like, oh, I've worn this thing down to a nub, baby.
Sweet.
But anyways, we've gotten way off topic.
We have not.
Nope, totally have.
Watching Digstown.
You got it. No, I was at Weber's. That's what I'm talking about. We went way off that topic. I was at Weber's and I had to run and get cash. I forgot it's a cash-only joint. And they've got an ATM around the corner, so I'm like, I gotta run to the ATM. Now, I've been hiking my pants up all day because I wasn't wearing my belt, and I've lost some weight, so my pants are a little too big for me. And I go to run over, and you do that kind of double hop when you're near some stairs or something like that. I did that, and my shorts fell right down around my knees.
Is that for real?
That's for real. And I'm like, whoa, and I pull them back up, and then there's easily in my immediate vicinity, 50 people. I'm like, this is embarrassing. I look around and not one person is looking over.
Nice.
So either I was so disgusting that they're like, look away, look away, look away, or just literally nobody
Don't make eye
noticed
contact.
it.
Don't make eye contact, because that's the worst when you do something embarrassing. Then when you look and you look into their eyes looking into yours.
I know what you know, and now we're
and it's
both
like,
sad.
oh, God.
Yeah. So that was my fun story.
I like it.
So
what a massive vacation.
Oh, fuck. It was
We get Weber's Burgers at the end.
Yeah, that was it.
That's pretty good.
I was pretty happy about that. And that was why we wanted something positive to come out of the trip, right? So that was our little something. I will also, because we ended up the next day taking the kids to Clifton Hill in Niagara Falls and to watch the fireworks and do all that good shit.
Were the fireworks any good?
They're short, but they're good.
Right.
It's a very short show, but it's decent.
Boom. Okay, let's go home.
Yeah, and then you see one that's a dud that fires up and just falls down. You hear some guy on the Maid of the Mist go, "Ow!" And then that's it.
Well, that's it, kids.
Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. So yeah, to bring it all back. But no, there was this Carrie was in line with the kids to get their prizes from their tickets and shit like that. And then a couple of people came up to us. This little kid goes, "Excuse me, would your son like to use this?" And it was 1,000 tickets. And he's like, "We don't have time to, it was too long a line. They're like, we have to go, so we don't have time to cash it." I'm like, "Okay, great. Thank you. That's so nice." And then another guy,
tickets.
And then another guy came up and gave us another 130 tickets. I'm like, "Wow, thank you." So I went over to give them to Carrie to add to the pile, right? And
had your pants fallen down again? Were you standing there with your pants down?
I was wearing.
You felt so terrible for the man and his family that they brought you their tickets?
No, I could finally fit into a pair of pants that was formerly too tight, and so they were just tight enough.
That feels good,
But, yeah, it was all right.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't feel great in the crotch, but other than that, it was fine.
No,
Emotionally?
Yeah, you're like fucking A.
Yeah, but again, most of my emotion goes through my crotch, so it was mixed emotions. But yeah, and then I went there, and then another couple of people had given it was one was another 109 tickets, and there was another one was 40 tickets or something. And so just a shout out to those people, good karma to those people who did a very nice thing and got helped my kids get a bunch of extra crap.
Right on.
So cool. So I think that's a positive note to end on. Now that
I agree.
The
kindness of strangers.
Yeah. So
You didn't buy anything. You burned those tickets in front of your kids. You're like, thanks for the free tickets. What a nice bunch of people. Boom, right in the trash.
I always make them get the most mundane thing. You get that frame with a seashell on it, and you like it.
You're going to get 55 finger goblins. Do they still have finger goblins?
Of course they do.
Oh, my God, come on, right?
Oh,
the classic ticket
the problem
purchase.
The problem is when they got those things, there's probably still the ones that were there when we were getting
Absolutely.
those things. It's just when you order the first box, because they smush down so much, a box that's roughly like large enough to carry like a TV can carry 13 billion of those things.
Yes.
So
I noticed the same one that I had to give back because it gave me a rash. 20 years ago.
Yep.
I'm like, there it is, old Rashy.
Old Rashy. And that was his name too.
I got it again.
Uh-oh.
And I put it on my foot. That's what my feet look like, you know.
Yeah, and if anybody asks my wife, I put one on my dick one time.
That's how you got
and
those,
now it's like every 3 or 4 years I get a flare up of that rash.
It's called goblin rash.
Yeah, it's fine though. It's completely ticket related.
It's called the gobbles.
Has nothing
No,
to...
that's when you bang turkeys.
Yes.
Sorry, that's the rash after you bang a turkey. Yeah. Cooked or uncooked.
Yeah, you suck turkey dick.
I'm
Squirt. Upset. Oh. It was a butterball.
It was a butterball.
I don't know.
That's a good place to end it.
I've been doing it. I've been doing the math on ever since you said the word turkey. I've been trying to do the math of working in butterball, and I still don't think I did a great job.
I enjoyed it.
All right, guys. You know the deal. Unless you're new to the show, then you don't know the deal. So listen, everybody else can shut it off at this point. But don't, because fuck it. We're here.
Come on.
Come on. See us through. And then let the next episode autoplay and you'll feel great about yourself. Visit us on our website at miscastcommentary.com. Email us, podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Always good reason. Anything you write us, we'll probably fucking read. Because, I mean,
reading is fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
Especially out loud.
Well, I meant we would read on the show. I'll read every email.
Oh.
That's not a thing. Yeah, so do that. Find us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast. Find us at Miscast TV on YouTube or Miscast TV on Twitter. Find us Miscast Commentary on Instagram. Find me on Twitter at JK Finley. Find Todd at Miscast Todd. And do all those great things. Reach out to us. We want to hear from you. Everybody's afraid to talk to us.
So I don't blame them.
Either that or I'm like, all of these people are fake people. That's all. That could also be a thing. And
it's all your mom.
No, that's not a thing because I can see where they're coming from. But I could see it could also just be weird bots, like the same people who helped Trump get elected or getting us listened to. And
I'm all for them then.
Yeah, I know, but I'm too needy for that. I need real people to reach out to, and I need them to reach out to me.
Now
I'm actually thinking about redoing our contest of the Canadian junk. People to email in and tell us why they want our Canadian junk food, and we'll send them a care package of ketchup chips, coffee crisp.
Did anybody respond to that?
The original
Does anybody want
Smarties.
ketchup chips for fuck's sakes?
Yeah, give me some ketchup chips.
They're only half eaten. Like, my God.
I've been having one a day as a as a punishment for you guys. No, but yeah, so email in. There's all kinds of
every chip you eat angry to you motherfuckers. Somebody call in.
What you know as Smarties, my American friends, we don't know as Smarties. It's something else. So, I mean,
find out next week.
Your life could fucking change. So email us. We'll send out. But also email us your Vegas wedding things. I want to hear all about it. And again, to try not to be truthful if your story's boring. So,
I really want to know what we're calling him here. Come on, let's end this thing.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta go. I promised we'd be quick, and then Todd laughed at me, and he was right again. So, all right, guys, we will see you next week with Digstown.
Later.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.